Senator Murkowski.
Thank you, Chairman Durbin, to Ranking Member Graham, to members of the committee. It is good to be here today to testify about this ERA resolution, a resolution that Senator Cardin and I have introduced for 3 Congresses now. 3 Congresses we have introduced this same language to put before colleagues here. I want to thank Senator Cardin for his leadership in advocating for equal rights for women year over year over year. And I really am glad that we're able to get before the committee here today, at least since I've been working on this issue. I think there's been a surprising lack of attention by the Senate on this. In fact, as I talk to so many people, they say, well, we thought that the Equal Rights Amendment had already been adopted. They actually believe that we've taken care of. I'm going to speak quickly on our resolution's contents and some of the process issues, but I'd like to spend most of my time talking about why the resolution is important and why the Equal Rights Amendment is still needed. I think you, Mr. Chairman, have outlined much of the process here, and Senator Cardin has spoken to the very clear and I think very, very direct language that is included within the Equal Rights Amendment. It is not convoluted, it is not vague, it is very clear that what we're talking about is advocating equal rights for women under the law. SJ Res 4 removes the deadline for ratification by the states. It clears the hurdle for the archivist to publish and certify the ERA. It also affirms that the ERA has been ratified by 3/4 of the states after Virginia became the 38th state to ratify the amendment back in 2020. And I know that there is debate about the authority of Congress to remove that deadline. It's been noted by Senator Graham whether or not the ERA has been ratified by the 38 states, given later rescission by 5 of them. What we're trying to do with this resolution, some may say is a little novel, but what we're trying to say here is what has happened in the states should not die here in the Senate. The fact is there's no law, there's no Supreme Court precedent that says that our resolution is somehow unconstitutional or something that Congress cannot do. So, putting aside all that, I do look forward to what the committee will hear in this next panel about these issues. But I would like to just give a few statistics in terms of why I think the Equal Rights Amendment is still needed, why it is not redundant. According to the 2020 census, women are about half, 50.5% of the U.S. population. Compare this to the makeup of the Senate. 25% of us are women. As Senator Hyde-Smith has noted, that's a record number. A record 128 women are serving in the House, but this is still only 29% of the chamber's total. I don't think we're there yet. I'm not satisfied with that. This committee, you've been very active in processing judicial nominations, so just look at the nominations for the federal bench. 38% of active district court judges are women. 66 of 170 active circuit court judges are women. That's 39%. So we're making some progress. That's good. Is it good enough? Shouldn't be good enough. In the private sector, only about 10% of Fortune 500 companies have women CEOs, and this is the first time in history a double-digit number has been reached. Notably and significantly, in 2021, women earned about 82 cents for every dollar men earned, certainly less than that in many states. Peeling back the layers of the onion, the gender pay gap was even greater for full-time female managers who earned an estimated 77 cents for every dollar earned by full-time male managers. Now we know that things have improved over the years, but we still have a long ways to go when it comes to achieving equality for women. And I think that we need the Equal Rights Amendment to get there. I'm very proud of the fact that in Alaska, We ratified the ERA in 1972, the same year that it passed the House and the Senate and was signed by President Carter. A few months later, Alaskans amended the state constitution to prohibit discrimination based on sex. Mr. Chairman, women should have equal treatment to men under the law, and Congress should do all that it can to ensure that the ERA is finally made part of the Constitution. I think it's long overdue. Senator Graham has mentioned that he's looking forward to the debate here to have a discussion about the potential effect of this resolution. I would suggest to you that the potential effect of this resolution is to ensure equal treatment under the law for women in this country. Thank you. I thank the committee.